Hi again. For those that haven't seen my first video, I'm Becky. And as you can probably tell from the title of my channel, talking about, having chronic pain and how we deal with that and try to still keep a good attitude, that type of thing. But I had made reference on my last video about talking about trauma and chronic pain, and how I think in my own situation there's a direct correlation. In 1994, my 15-month-old daughter was ran over by my husband's pickup accidentally and killed instantly. It was terrible. It was just a terrible, terrible time. I was 23 at the time, 24 at the time, and it really, really changed so much in my life. I'll kind of back up a minute. Previously, before that, when she was born, when Taylor was born, I ended up having pretty bad postpartum depression. Luckily, I didn't get postpartum psychosis, but it was substantial. It was pretty bad, and they did have to put me on an antidepressant for that. And so that's when I noticed my headaches kind of starting, to happen. The migraines were coming more frequent. But when Tay died, I couldn't get away from him. It was terrible. I remember about a week after she died, I ended up spending like 4 days in the hospital with just Demerol every 4 hours, because they couldn't control the pain. It was that bad. And then later on, started noticing a lot of muscle aches, muscle pain all throughout my body, which I know now is fibromyalgia. And then kind of to make things worse, my husband, at that time, he and I decided to have another child. I got pregnant a year after we lost Tay, and when I was 8 months pregnant with my son, he just came to me and said, "I don't love you, and I don't want to be married to you anymore." So that left me with, at the time, a 4-year-old and 8 months pregnant, and no job other than being a stay-at-home mom. And I took care of some kids, I babysat some, but and I was still so emotionally damaged from losing Tay. So that just kind of threw more things where my body kind of took the grunt of this. I mean, it really did. It took the brunt of all of that. And the fibromyalgia got so bad, and I would have just huge knots like in my back and in my neck. I remember I had one doctor who would do injections of Novocaine into the knots, just to try to calm them down. So I mean, kind of long story short, I just really think that there is such a correlation between our physical body and our emotional pain. And I've talked to several people who have chronic pain that have dealt with a lot of trauma. And I think that we're just now starting to see that correlation in the medical field. I still don't think that they get it. And sometimes they think, okay, well, it's emotional, so therefore we're just going to go ahead and we'll give you some antidepressants. We'll give you something for anxiety. We'll give you this or that. But they don't realize that even though the pain is from something emotional, it's still real. It is still real pain. And that is where I think we have the biggest problem. And so I wanted to just share that. You know, I have had some other traumas that have happened, but nothing near what that was during those early years. And I'm really curious to hear if any of you have had something like that. If you know, if you could, comment, let me know. I'm so curious to know about this, about that connection. And, you know, because like I said, I think the biggest thing is that people and the medical professionals, they think that, well, since it's from an emotional, the cause is emotional, that makes it less real. And that is so wrong. We need the support. We need somebody to validate that, yes, we are in constant pain. You know, I've had people say, well, look, you know, I mean, you get dressed every day and do your makeup and do your hair and you smile and stuff, so it can't be that bad. And, you know, like I referenced in my last video, you know, we do a lot of faking. And that's kind of the way we deal with it. So, but anyway, get on here, you know, comment, let me know what y'all think. If any of you have had that happen, as far as having a trauma and then having a medical chronic pain condition start up after that. So y'all take care, please. Just take care of yourself. Gentle hugs. Do what feels right for you. So take care.